So now we want to talk a little bit about Smileycoin economics. And I'd like to start with this Smileycoin token model, courtesy of Louis Just. This shows the flow of Smileycoins in general. And today, miners mine blocks. Blocks give Smileycoin rewards. The rewards or the coin base itself can go either to the miners as a miners fee, they can go as dividends to investors, or as donations to education in a suitcase. And basically the split is 45%, 45% and 10%. So this is the case for all newly minted coins. Now, in addition to the new coins, there is also a premine, which was done before the coin was officially open to the public. And the Smileycoin premine amounted to half of everything that's ever going to be mined. And I'll get to that in a minute. And that's used only for two purposes. About 80–90% goes to the tutor-web wallet, where it's used to reward students who work in the tutor-web system. So the tutor-web educational system is open, freely accessible to anyone, and students can log into this, register, and earn smileys by performing drills, solving drills, or submitting material to the tutor-web. And in addition, a little bit of the Smileycoin premine goes for funding further development, or paying for important things like an additional feature of the coin and so forth. Okay, then in addition to the donations to Education in a Suitcase, donors can also donate directly to Education in a Suitcase, and if they do, then they will typically be offered to receive some Smileycoins in return. Now, as opposed to a regular donor who just gives away money, a person can also be a formal investor and can simply buy Smileycoin at a cryptocurrency exchange, where Education in a Suitcase can then potentially also sell their Smiley. And that hasn't happened in any way to speak of yet, but potentially these donations from the coin base could be sold at exchanges, and this will happen whenever the prices at these exchanges rise a little bit. Now, the students, of course, they are free to use their Smileys to purchase from vendors. So there are a few vendors who allow students to buy their products using Smileys, or they can also sell them at cryptocurrency exchanges. And in addition, there are several bot traders which automatically buy and sell at these cryptocurrency exchanges, and they may or may not be active for Smileycoins also at any given point in time. Now, in addition to this, we need to talk a little bit about the premine. And so at the outset in late 2014, half of the Smileycoins ever to come into existence were mined, and then the Smileycoin was opened for subsequent mining. And this premine is stored in cold storage, which means it's offline, and then occasionally some of it is taken and put into a tutor-web wallet. And the total number of Smileys that will ever be mined will be about 48 billion, and these get mined after this initial premine slowly, with a goal of mining about half of the remainder every 7 years. So approximately every 7 years, the coin base will be cut down by 50%, and half of what remains will be mined in the remaining 7 years. Now, as you can see from this picture, mining went off too slowly, so it's not very likely that it will actually end up in the target 36 billion, but that's still what's shown here. The premine then has a target of being spent in the same amount, so about half of the premine should be spent by late 2021 or the beginning of year 2022. The premine is used either for rewarding students or for other purposes such as development. You can see the split here at this particular point in time. Now, students may or may not redeem the reward, so they have been awarded smiley coins for their performance, for their diligence in studying, and a lot of the students, or a number of the students, do not actually redeem the smileys. And that which is not redeemed then goes to education in a suitcase. So this is the development, these are the goals of the Smileycoin. This is where they go. And of course, the ones that have been redeemed have been used for something else, the ones that have been mined. Some of them currently go to education in a suitcase also, some of them go to the miners, and others go to pay dividends. So once they've been released, they can be used for any purpose that people like.